Hi guys, Mono here. A new World War III update dropped yesterday with Operation 2 Sunstorm, which is a new season with a new battle pass, and this should be a video going over the new guns, new vehicles, and the new map, but I think I will start with something else because I am honestly extremely disappointed. Not because the update is bad, but because World War III continues to have the same issues it's always had, and this new season doesn't actually fix any of those. I bought some in-game currency yesterday to buy the battle pass, and though it showed as having gone to my inventory in the website, it wasn't in my inventory, so I wasn't getting the currency and I couldn't buy the battle pass. There were many other users complaining about this on Discord, and the same thing happened when Season 1 dropped. There were multiple problems with the online shop and purchasing currency as soon as the season dropped. Now, however, I find that the currency I bought in the game is finally showing up, but unfortunately, the currency I had before making this new purchase of currency is gone. I used to have 380 UNC, which is their currency. I bought 6,500, and now I have 6,500. Those 380 are gone. So now I've had to go to the support website and issue a ticket and explain what's going on, and hopefully that gets resolved. Another issue is that though the new map is really good and I enjoyed playing it yesterday, it lags like crazy. My frame rate was constantly going between 60 to 100 frames per second all the time. So it was very stuttery and unpleasant. You'd think if it remained over 60, it would be fine, but it absolutely isn't, because that variation is just the worst. There was a lot of rubber banding. I think it might also have to do with some server issues, but whatever, because of course the icing on the cake is the fact that the server matchmaking system has not been fixed. I live in South America. I should be getting to play in North American servers. That would be fine for me, but I get EU servers instead. There is no way for me to play this game without having extremely high ping. I'm talking like 250 to 300 milliseconds. It is extremely noticeable, and it just makes the game extremely unpleasant. So yeah, I'm extremely disappointed. I really want to enjoy this game. There's a lot to like. I love the gunplay. I love the gadgets. I think the maps are really cool. There's a new game called FUBAR that feels like a completely new way to experience the game. It's a mode without vehicles that focuses on infantry in large-scale maps, but I can't in good conscience recommend this game anymore. Not when we are already in Season 2 and there are still so many issues to contend with. I find it really sad, honestly, because this game could be absolutely huge, but it's never gonna get there because you have to deal with the fact that you're not gonna get good latency unless you're in Europe. Performance is hit or miss, with the game sometimes running great and sometimes not, which I suspect is tied to the server latency issue as well, but I don't know. And if you want to support the game by buying the battle pass as soon as the update drops, then you're gonna have a problem and you're gonna have to go through their support website to get anything resolved. So I think it's really unfortunate that this is still the state of this game. I used to be able to overlook many of these problems, but I don't think I can anymore because it's just been too long, and these issues should be resolved before focusing on new content. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I will tell you my first impressions on this new update. As I mentioned earlier, they added a new map, which is Tokyo, together with a corresponding TDM variant. They added the new FUBAR mode, and they also brought back Domination, so there are more options to play than ever. Domination, FUBAR, and Tactical Ops I think are all amazing. FUBAR introduces a revive system, which is completely new to the game. It's still a bit clunky because it's hard to notice when your teammates are down. There's no cross icon on the HUD or anything really to indicate that there is a nearby downed teammate. But apart from that, it works well enough. You get revived, and it can reduce the downtime of having to go to the redeploy screen and maybe not being able to redeploy where you want because that area is being jammed and so on. I think it's a cool new addition to the game, and I think it works well. In this new game mode, one team defends while the other tries to capture 3 distinct objectives. Each objective has 350 points associated to them. Once you capture the flag, they start to bleed out, and once those 350 points are completely gone, a new site will appear, a new capturable area will appear, so there's always 3, and you have to bleed out 1,500 points from the other team before the time is up. So as the defender, your job is basically to prevent these points from getting capped and their points from being bled. This game mode is available for a bunch of different maps, but the new map, Tokyo, works very well with this new game mode. It reminds me a bit of some Battlefield 4 maps because it adds a ton of verticality with very intricate walkways and small connecting streets that lead to much open areas, and just overall there are many ways to get around the map, and I think that's a design that we haven't seen before in the game, so it really brings a unique and different experience to World War III. One problem that the map has though is one that is also shared across multiple maps in the game, and that is that one team has many different ways to get out of their headquarters, all of which are extremely far away from another, while the other team is way more limited and all of their exits are pretty close. And this can lead to camping at those choke points in some situations, and I've actually seen that happen in some of the games that I played. As I mentioned before, there are no vehicles in this game mode except for buggies and a spawn truck, so you only get 2 strikes instead of 3. And I think the focus on infantry on large scale maps works really well despite me enjoying the vehicles very much. I think this new game mode will be very well received. This update also changes the sound for a variety of different vehicles. The new sound is way better than it used to be. The engines sound more natural, both in tone and volume, unlike the sounds that were before in the game, so this is a really good change. And the season also brings in new weapons, a new tank, a new helicopter-like strike, which is like a bomber helicopter. It's gonna take a while for me to unlock all of these through the Battle Pass, but I have no doubts that the new content will be fun to use and to play around with. And I guess that's kind of the problem here, because on one hand, it is a good update to a really good game that I enjoy a lot. On the other hand, it is still held back by the same problems that it's always had. An awful third-party launcher, server issues both in the game as well as the services for the in-game shop, rubber banding on the servers, which of course makes the game less enjoyable and just frustrating to play. I really like this game, but there's a reason not a whole lot of people are playing this, and this new season doesn't solve those problems. And I think that's a really sad state of affairs. I wish they focused on solving those issues before adding content, because the people that get to enjoy this content are those that already play the game despite all of its problems, and any new players that get into the game will have to deal with these problems sooner or later, and most of them are not going to stick around. And that's it, guys. That's my take on the new update. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. I wish I had better things to say about this. I want to see this game succeed because I really enjoy playing it, but this new season sidesteps the real problems that the game has. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more, and as always, I hope I will see you in the next one.